Hello everyone, and welcome back to YouTube Daily Military, U.S. Marines with Marine Attack Squadron, VMA, 231 fly AV-AP Harrier 2 jets at Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base New Orleans, Louisiana, April 24, 2023. VMA 231 provided close air support during Exercise Southern Strike 2023, a joint, multinational exercise designed to improve interoperability among allies and branches of the Department of Defense. VMA 231 is a subordinate unit of 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the aviation combat element of 2 Marine Expeditionary Force. Ace of Spades provide close air support during Exercise Southern Strike 2023, cockpit footage, U.S. Marine Corps Major James W. Pollard, a pilot with Marine Attack Squadron, VMA, 231, flies an AV-AP Harrier 2 jet near Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base New Orleans, Louisiana, April 19, 2023. VMA 231 provided close air support during Exercise Southern Strike 2023, a joint, multinational exercise designed to improve interoperability among allies and branches of the Department of Defense. VMA 231 is a subordinate unit of 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the aviation combat element of 2 Marine Expeditionary Force. 11th MU loads AV-AP Harriers during Noble Fusion aboard the USS Essex, LHD-2, U.S. Marines assigned to Marine Attack Squadron, VMA, 214, 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, load ordnance while aboard WASP-class amphibious assault ship USS Essex, LHD-2, in support of Exercise Noble Fusion. Noble Fusion demonstrates that Navy and Marine Corps forward-deployed, stand-in naval expeditionary forces can operate as a Marine Expeditionary Unit/Amphibious Ready Group team at sea, along with a carrier strike group, in order to conduct lethal sea denial operations, seize key maritime terrain, guarantee freedom of movement, and create advantage for U.S., partner, and allied forces. Ace of Spades conducts flight deck qualifications, U.S. Marines with Marine Attack Squadron, VMA, 231 takeoff and land AV-AP Harrier 2 jets from the flight deck aboard the amphibious assault ship USS Kearsarge, LHD-3. VMA 231 trained with U.S. sailors to strengthen interoperability and conduct carrier qualifications prior to their upcoming deployment with the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit. VMA 231 is a subordinate unit of 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the aviation combat element of 2 Marine Expeditionary Force, AV-AP Harrier 2 jets vertically landing on the flight deck during the day, U.S. Navy sailors securing AV-AP Harrier 2 jets to the flight deck, AV-AP Harrier 2 jets taxiing on the flight deck. U.S. Navy sailors taxiing AV-AP Harrier 2 jets on the flight deck, U.S. Navy sailors signaling AV-AP Harrier 2 jets to take off from the flight deck, AV-AP Harrier 2 jets taking off from the flight deck during the day, AV-AP Harrier 2 jets vertically landing on the flight deck at night, and AV-AP Harrier 2 jets taking off from the flight deck at night. New tricks for an old dog, Marines with VMA 223 load air-to-air missiles onto Harriers, U.S. Marines with Marine Attack Squadron, VMA, 223 load ordnance onto an AV-AP Harrier 2 jet at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, North Carolina, August 31, 2022. AV-AP Harrier 2 jets assigned to VMA 223 were loaded with AIM-120A missiles and ADM-141A tactical air-launched decoys for the pilots to practice air-to-air combat. VMA 223 is a subordinate unit of 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the aviation combat element of 2 Marine Expeditionary Force, Marines inspecting ordnance, Marines loading missiles on an AV-AP Harrier 2 jet, Marines arming missiles, Marines preparing an AV-AP Harrier 2 jet for flight, Marines taking off in an AV-AP Harrier. Ace of Spades conducts flight deck qualifications, U.S. Marines with Marine Attack Squadron, VMA, 231 takeoff and land AV-AP Harrier 2 jets from the flight deck aboard the amphibious assault ship USS Kearsarge, LHD-3, December 5, 2022. VMA-231 trained with U.S. sailors to strengthen interoperability and conduct carrier qualifications prior to their upcoming deployment with the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit. VMA-231 is a subordinate unit of 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the aviation combat element of 2 Marine Expeditionary Force, AV-8B Harrier 2 jets flying during the day, AV-8B Harrier 2 jets vertically landing on the flight deck during the day, AV-8B Harrier 2 jets taxiing on the flight deck during the day, U.S. sailors refueling an AV-8B Harrier 2 jet. U.S. sailors signaling AV-8B Harrier 2 jets to take off from the flight deck during the day, AV-8B Harrier 2 jets taking off from the flight deck during the day. New tricks for an old dog, Marines with VMA-223 load air-to-air missiles onto Harriers, B-roll, U.S. Marines with Marine Attack Squadron, VMA-223 load ordnance onto an AV-8B Harrier 2 jet at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, North Carolina, August 30, 2022. AV-8B Harrier 2 jets assigned to VMA-223 were loaded with AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles and ADM-141A tactical air-launched decoys for the pilots to practice air-to-air combat. VMA-223 is a subordinate unit of 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the aviation combat element of 2 Marine Expeditionary Force, Marines inspecting ordnance, Marines loading missiles on an AV-8B Harrier 2 jet, Marines arming missiles, Marines preparing an AV-8B Harrier 2 jet for flight, Marines taking off in an AV-8B Harrier. U.S. Marine Corps Harriers arrive in Norway. U.S. Marine Corps AV-8B Harrier 2s assigned to Marine Attack Squadron 223, 2D Marine Aircraft Wing, arrive at Norwegian Air Force Base Bodo, Norway, to participate in Exercise Cold Response. Exercise Cold Response 22 is a biennial Norwegian national readiness and defense exercise that takes place across Norway, with participation from each of its military services, as well as from 26 additional North Atlantic Treaty Organization allied nations and regional partners. 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit Homecoming, U.S. Marines with Marine Medium Tilt Rotor Squadron, VMM-263, reinforced, returned from a deployment back to Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, North Carolina, October 7, 2022. The Kearsarge Amphibious Ready Group and 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, under the command and control of Task Force 61 Halves, completed a scheduled deployment in the U.S. Naval Forces Europe Area of Operations, employed by U.S. 6th Fleet to defend U.S., allied and partner interests.